Yo, what up everybody, it's Anime Junkie and welcome to part 3 to what if Deku had a leveling system, and now let's get to the intro.
I'm not the one you wanna fuck with. Late nights messing up my sleep, so I'm flustered. Taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Right in front to get myself a lamb color cuss for the game. Leave him hanging by his chain. Click bang, feeling rage, feeling fire in my brain, feel insane. And it's slowly feel the flames with the fire to my brain, bringing more free no glory.
Okay guys, I am so excited for this What If series. I mean, I've been excited for the past 2 parts of it anyway, so let's continue, and I hope you guys are excited for it too, so let's continue. Okay, after watching like the previous part 2s, I realized that I was stalling a lot and focusing a little bit too much on the details and the story side of things. So I'm going to continue with the actual story now, so let's actually continue. So Deku is going to the entrance exam. It's the morning of the entrance exam. He runs into Bakugo, but he just walks forward. He's like, who's this kid over here? And he's like, wait, Kachan, it's me, Deku. And he's like, wait, where's this sound coming from? I don't see Deku anywhere. And then he looks at the guy in front of him and he's like, don't tell me, are you Deku? Wait a minute, but you looked way different like a month ago. And he's like, yeah, I actually trained a lot. Actually, not a month ago, 10 months ago. I forgot about the 10 months training time skip or something. But that was 10 months ago. And he's like, you've changed a lot in 10 months. And he's gotten a lot stronger. I mean, 10 months is a lot of time. And I think he should already have, he already has his Shadow Lord ability. So he walks in and he's like, hey, Kachan, I developed my quirk. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. And he's like, wait, what's your quirk then? Tell me. And so Deku basically like, okay, look at my shadow. And his shadow just widens and all these monsters come out of it. And Bakugo is horrified. Every person in the street right now or in front of the entry exam is horrified. He's like, where did these monsters come from? Oh, are these monsters? What are they? And they basically look at the person that the shadow is connected to, and it's Deku, and he's like, don't tell me that's his quirk. I mean, that's so overpowered, like commanding your own army. And then Deku introduced himself like, hi, my name is Deku and I'm the one-man army hero. Nice to meet you. And everybody starts clapping. It's like, whoa, this guy's quirk is so amazing. One-man army hero? That's awesome. Baku was thinking, how the hell did he unlock this quirk and in such a short amount of time? And he's like, something must have happened. I must get to the bottom of this. So he's like, okay, how about we go inside now? And both of them sit next to each other. And Bakugo is really surprised how tall Deku's gotten and how muscular and fit he's gotten. And he's nothing like his personality before. It's like he just became a new person or something. So he's like, okay, I think I could respect Deku, but it's Deku. I mean, why would I respect him? Who cares? I'll think about it later. I need to concentrate on the test first. So Deku does amazing on the theory exam. His intelligence is also amazing because he needed intelligence to actually control a lot more of his puppets, shadow puppets if I'm right. So he does amazing in the theory exam, way better than the actual Deku in the anime or the original anime. So he's pretty happy about the theory exam. And then next, the practical exam. Deku is really excited for the practical exam because he can't just wait to just release all of his minions and go attack all these robots and stuff. And he knows that because President Mike explained that. So Deku's actually just warming out because he's getting ready his knife and stuff so he can actually battle. And then Ito walks up to him. He's like, no, you cannot use weapons in this test or something. And he's like, no, this weapon is created from my quirk, so don't worry about it. And he's like, really? You can create weapons from your quirk? Interesting. Is this some kind of creation quirk? He's like, no. It's just like, how do I explain it? Yeah, I guess it is a creation quirk. And then President Mai actually talks to him through the speakers and stuff, and he's like, hey, is that a weapon there, kid? You're not allowed to use any weapons. And then he's like, oh, this is from my quirk. It's created from my quirk, so is it allowed? He's like, if it's created from your quirk, don't worry. 3, 2, 1, ready, set, go, start. And the gates open, everybody rush in, and he's like, what? Oh, crap, and he activates his shadow ability, and he releases all of his minions. Igris storms in with all the others, and there are some polar bears over there too, because he actually found that out in one of the ice dungeons he actually went to. So he goes there, they're all attacking this area, and he's like, is that his quirk? I thought his quirk was something like creation. Oh wait, maybe those are his creations. Everyone there, and even all the teachers and the judges, are surprised at the ability that this kid has shown. He's like a one-man army, the strongest quirk possibly that can ever be created. And once they actually find out his actual quirk, which allows him to have infinite potential, they have to protect him at all costs, because he is a great weapon to fight against All For One, and they must keep their weapon sharp and nicely kept. So that's why they're probably going to take him somewhere, or private tuitions. He's probably not going to be with class 1A that much. Well, he is going to be in class 1A after passing the test, but he is going to have private lessons, and other teachers are probably going to teach him a lot and keep him safety. He'll probably also have a bodyguard or something at all times, because he's pretty precious to the Hero Association, because the quirk that he has manifested is amazingly strong, and it can be used as something against All For One, and it can also be used by All For One if he steals his quirk. And I don't know, I'll ask you this question: can All For One steal his ability, the system itself, and is it possible, and do you want him to steal it in the future or not? So Deku is completely destroying all the battlefields. He's sending all of his minions all across the area. He can also I'll give him an extra ability. He can share vision, smell, or anything like that with his minions, so he can go to covert spy missions too, and actually infiltrate other areas like which he can't reach, but his minions can. So then Uraraka yells out, and she's basically trapped underneath the 0-point robot and is about to be crushed by his feet. So Deku's like, okay, it's my time to shine. So he jumps, and he's in front of the robot's face. Then he uses Dominator's hand to basically crush the robot's face with a giant handprint leaving on it. So everybody's surprised, like, what technique is that? I thought, wait, does he have other quirks or something like that? Or is it just a part of his quirk, but it's something different? I don't know, but that kid is amazing, and we need to find out what his exactly quirk is. So, because he's going to be used as a weapon against One For All and the villains. So everybody's surprised, judges and all the other students over there and the examinees. Also, Uraraka is surprised. When Deku lands, he actually uses Dominator's hand again to lift up the rubble from Uraraka, and she's like, okay, thank you, and what's exactly your quirk and your name? Is like, oh, my name is Izuku Midoriya, nice to meet you. And that's just my Shadow Lord ability, that's what I call it. And just like that, the test is over, and basically Deku sees Baku outside of the A block, and he's like, hey hey Kachan, nice to meet you, how'd you go on your test? And he's like, oh, fine, I'll do fine on the test, and I'll pass too, hope you did too. I want to see that quirk later too. Anyways, see ya. Anyways, Deku receives his basically exam notice or results a few weeks later. He sees them and he's really surprised. He's like, I got first place in the exam? That's awesome! And All Might's like, good job, kid. And I'm surprised you changed so much, because you barely were able to defeat a villain that I was chasing, and now you're number 1 in the UA entrance exam. That's pretty amazing, kid. And that's for 10 months? Yeah, that's pretty good for a heroing career. So good luck, and I hope you do well. Deku's really happy. The next day, he basically gets ready. He puts on his uniform and is ready to leave out of the door to go to UA for his first day. He hugs his mom and says, okay, bye mom. If I have some information to give you guys, I'll just send over one of my minions and he can tell you with a notice or something. So he leaves and basically heads over to UA Class 1A Hero Course, and he opens his door. He sees Baku and Ida arguing. As soon as he opens the door, Baku and Ida stop arguing, and Ida starts walking towards Deku. Deku's like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. You're that guy I was talking about, right? Ah, yeah, nice to meet you. And then Uraraka shows up. They say thank you. It's like, thank you for saving me back there. I really appreciate it and stuff. And it's like, no, it's okay. And then Aizawa appears, and he's like, okay, guys, put your sports uniform on. We're having a fitness exam on the first day, and whoever fails, we'll expel. And he runs out of the door. Actually, he probably doesn't run. He just walks out. Everybody's shocked in the class. He's like, ah, oh, damn it. Exam on the first day? What about the assembly? And it's like, who cares about it? Whatever the teacher says, we do. And everybody puts on their uniforms or sports uniforms and head to the fitness exam. Aizawa over there, he's like, okay, Bakugo. No, never mind, you didn't get first place. And Bakugo is pissed at that. He's like, damn it. And he's like, oh yeah, Izuku, right? Yeah, you got first place, so here. Throw this ball as far as you can with your quirk. And whatever you get, I'll note down. And everybody will be tested like that. So Deku basically throws it like normal and then uses his Dominator's hand and basically pushes the ball further and accelerating it more. And it just goes over 900 meters, and that's pretty amazing. And then Bakugo, from just that power, he's like, oh, he probably has his mother's quirk, like telekinesis or something. I was worried for nothing. Everybody else in the fitness exam gets the same scores as they did in the anime, except for Deku, because he actually does pretty amazing. And now from there on, from the ball throw, he actually gets first place in everything, because in the ball throw, Uraraka got infinity, so that was pretty awesome. And yeah, so let's move on. So the fitness exam, Deku comes first place. Then it doesn't really matter who comes second place or anything. All you need to know, nobody actually gets expelled. Aizawa was like, okay, nobody's getting expelled, don't worry. Now let's head back to class. And that's it, guys. I'll do the hero versus villain assessment with All Might and class 1A in the next part. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and as always, Anime Junkie out.